What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Back one time for your mom. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button when you come up in and out of the building. Make sure you guys share the videos, man. So we keep the movement pushing. Hope everybody having a blessed morning, people. Blessed Monday morning. Hopefully everybody is getting ready for the holidays. Make sure everybody stays safe out there for the holidays. But yeah, let's get into this, people. We probably talk about a little politics later. We wanted to start the morning off, not off on some political shit right away. We got enough. We got 4 years of this shit. Okay, so we'll get more into a lot of that shit. But so Claressa Shields decided to start hating on other female boxers. Matter of fact, it ain't just female boxers she hate on. She hate on everybody else that gets shot, other than the certain particular people that kisses her ass. She's one of those type of people, right? And she decides to start hating on the Jake Paul, the chicks, Katie, whatever her name is, and Serrano, whatever her name is. I heard of the chicks. I just don't watch them box. But I have seen their boxing. I've seen their boxing matches before without each other. You know, I've seen their matches before, but I'm not a big fan of theirs. But Claressa Shields is one of those female boxers that I do actually pay attention to when she boxes. So what I'm about to do right here, it has nothing to do with hating on her, because she has this thing of, if you speak ill about her or you tell truth to something, or something that don't even have anything to do with her in a way, she decides to get her hating ass on social media and start hating on people for no apparent reason. Because she's just like these young boxers now. These motherfuckers, they clout chase off of other people's name, and you knowing that you're not going to fight them. And this is my problem. Instead of you giving those other fighters their props, you want to shit on them to get clout chase for your next up and coming fight. And that's usually what happens. So Claressa Shields falls in that same realm of the Devin Haneys, the Shakur Stevensons, these niggas that clout chase, the Keyshawn Davises. Those dudes, those people like to clout chase other fighters because they're not getting the shine that they supposed to get. Because they figured that I'm great, I'm the best, but you ain't putting asses in the seats. But anyway, let's get in. She got mad at Cameron, and I'm gonna break that shit down too. She got mad at Cameron because he said some shit of Katie and Serrano's. Their fight was the biggest viewership for us a women's boxing, right? For us, like, eyes put on it, which is true. But we're gonna break that down. But let's listen to her hating ass.
Ain't nobody really been frustrating me except for this dude trying to make it seem like somebody hating on them when I'm letting him know about facts. It ain't nobody hating on nobody, so I don't let people frustrate me as much as I used to.
First of all, Claressa Shields, he was not saying that you was hating on him. Listen, she has this thing that she does. And she likes to play victim and then get aggressive, and then play victim and then get aggressive. No, Claressa Shields, and you contradict yourselves all the time. All Cam said, it wasn't even for you to even speak on it, right? You decided to speak on it. You DM'd him. Listen. All Cam said was that Katie and Serrano's, they had the biggest viewership viewership of people putting eyes on women's boxing than any woman in the sport of boxing. That's all that was. And that didn't even come from Cam. Cam was reading some shit that he's seen, right? And come to find out, overall it's actually true. But the problem with Claressa Shields is she tried to change the narrative. She's not lying about the narrative that she switched to, but that wasn't what Cam was saying. But we'll get more into it. But nobody was. Cam didn't say you was hating on him for what? You the one decided to say something. Cam ain't say shit to you until you said something to him. I don't like when people all of a sudden say some fuck shit and say some tough shit, and then somebody get tough with them and then they play victim. Like, nah, fuck that. You shouldn't have been running your mouth. But anyway, let's move on.
I have to speak up and I have to defend myself when it's things like this, because I also have to bring attention to, oh, now you want to speak on my name because of this, but you never spoke my name before, just on the strength of my hard work and what I do. And I know that I've come across your radar. I have been in the same room as Cameron, and the man has never even said hello, hey champ, but then he want to get online talking about some I'm assist.
First of all, Claressa Shields, Cam didn't even say your name until you DM and said something to him. Why are you trying to play victim here? And this is what you do every time. Cam said nothing to you. You decided to try to act like you was checking Cam. Because you're going to get into why you said the narrative that you pushed, that you're pushing now, then act like that's the narrative. That's not the narrative. You was out of pocket and you was wrong. And you come off as a fucking hater. Nobody's hating on you, Claressa Shields. Listen, everybody, I call you the GOAT. The greatest of all time. I still believe if Layla Ali had more challengers and boxed longer or even came in the game a little earlier, she'd probably be the GOAT. She was the GOAT before you came. Okay? So nobody's hating on you. People give you your props. The problem is you don't like to see other women shine. You do it all the time. You just don't even do it just to the women. You do it to the mailboxes. You even call mailboxes out to try to fight them. Which you know that can't even be sanctioned. So you're just out here clout chasing and hating. I can beat Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman would knock your ass out. Tank Davis will knock your ass out. Any of these other mailboxes will knock your ass out. Stop putting yourself in the same, like, listen, that's why they call it men's and women's sports. It is a difference. You cannot get in there and fight no fucking, you can't get in there and beat no male boxers. You know better than that. Then you tried to, after you called male boxers, you said, no, women shouldn't. Then when the transgender shit came up, right? And you seen that girl with the transgender get her ass knocked out, which we came to find out that transgender wasn't really a transgender. She was born as a woman, but she had male hormones or something like that. Something like that happened, so that you had to take hormone pills and shit like that, pills to get rid of them type of male masculine hormone, masculine hormones or whatever, right? So she was actually born a woman. That's why that story's not really a big ass fucking deal. Of course, America does that because we was in an election, and America is homophobic as just as any other fucking country. Cause they don't mind. American people don't like to mind their own fucking business. Just like Claressa Shields don't know how to mind her fucking business, or just congratulate somebody for doing something better than you, or on your level, or just doing good. You just hate. But anyway, go back to my point. When you seen that shit, then you decide to say, no, men shouldn't be fighting in women's boxing. But you was out here calling men out and saying you can beat them. Ain't that what you said? You changed your whole fucking tune, didn't you? So shut your ass up. Nobody hating on you, Claressa Shields. You listen, to me, it seems like you got low self-esteem. And you try to cover it up with this arrogant shit that you try to listen, she's very insecure, but when people are overconfident, like they come off as like arrogant. It's not even like high confidence. It's just arrogance. You too arrogant, and then you have low self-esteem. That's a bad combination to have, people. You're supposed to have a balance of that shit. You're supposed to have some confidence about yourself, but at the same time be humble. She doesn't have that. Let's move on.
I'm a sis. I ain't your mother sis. That's what I know.
Listen. That's a platform. You know, it's a messy platform.
He's a loser, man. He's a loser, and I want to let him know, like, I am not Shakur. Cameron is a hater, and I'm gonna tell you how. Boy, you delusional. I'm gonna get you together real quick. First of all, when I inboxed Cameron, I saw something where he had said Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor had the most watched women's boxing match in history with 1.5 million viewership. All I inboxed him and said was, y'all can't erase history, bro. Like, I had 2 million viewers, more than 2 million viewers when I fought against Savannah Marshall, and we headlined the bill in the UK. So we have the most watched women's boxing match. That's where it started.
Actually, technically, no, you don't. Technically, no, you don't. You tried to, but this is what she did. You heard her. All Cam said, the most woman viewers that a woman had was Katie and Serrano, right? Which was actually true. Overall, it's true. What she did was try to throw a narrative into that shit of saying, hey, well, that's not true because I headlined and got over 200 million something viewers because I headlined it. That's not what Cam said. Excuse me. That's not what Cam said. You changed the narrative because you wanted to, for whatever your insecure ass reasons, you couldn't let that shit just be what it be. You couldn't let it be. You couldn't let that shit just be. Had nothing to, listen, at the end of the day, all she had to do was just leave that shit alone. You talking about you gotta fact check people. No, you don't. Sometimes you just let people lie. If you think people are lying. But he didn't lie. You didn't fact check anything. You put your own narrative into what he was saying. Which was he wasn't talking about a headliner. Or she had. First of all, let me just say this. Just to bust her bubble. We all know that the viewership was just as big as it was because of Jake Paul and mainly Mike Tyson. Okay? We know that. But overall, when motherfuckers was looking at that shit, motherfuckers was like, yo, I didn't watch that shit. I said, I'm not watching that. I watched the two female fighters fight, Katie and Serrano. I watched that fight. All other fights, I didn't even watch. I waited till it got to that. And then I watched that, and then I cut that bitch off. I didn't even watch the Mike Tyson shit. and Jake Paul shit. This shit was irrelevant to me. Those two women made that event the what it really was. That's why a lot of people even tuned in. Okay? Real boxing fans. So, you trying to say, oh, the headliner was Mike Tyson. First of all, Mike Tyson old as a bitch. Jake Paul don't fight real boxers. He fight old MMA fighters. He fought an old Mike Tyson. And, okay, the nigga was fighting 2 minutes, 8 rounds. Fuck you. Come on, bro. But anyway. So it was irrelevant. But we all know it was a spectacle. It was basically an exhibition match. But those women actually made it a fight. Actually made it legit. People were saying that should have been the headliner. Not Jake Paul and fucking Mike Tyson. So let's get that straight. So yes, it was really because of the women or why that shit was just as big as it was. But I'm not going to knock Jake Paul and Mike Tyson for, from what their fan base brings and the eyes they put on it. I ain't going to knock that. Then you got to think about it. It was on Netflix. So Netflix brung their audience. But all you had to do, Claressa Shields, was leave that shit alone and congratulate both of them women. Just give your opinion on the fight. That's all you had to do. But you can't do that. You pick and choose when you want to big up certain fighters and give them their fucking, give them, excuse me, give them their flowers, but you want everybody else to kiss your ass and give you your flowers. That shit don't work like that. It was like another motherfucker. Like Terrence Crawford hating ass. Like, the fight was over with. Jake Paul, I can do that in Nebraska. You barely can sell out a fucking fight by yourself. You need a dance partner in there. And we know you ain't fighting nobody. You only motherfuckers you got on your resume that I actually genuinely respect is Earl Spence. And I barely respect that. And I ain't even gonna get into why. But that's the only person I respect on your resume. I can do 90,000. I can do 90,000. Okay. Let me say this. The problem is what we're having with some of these boxers is that they keep forgetting about the business of boxing. Excuse me. They keep forgetting about the business of boxing. You don't put asses in the seats like that. Don't matter how good you are. Prime example, Devin Haney. Prime example, Shakur Stevenson. They can't put asses in the seats by themselves. But you know who can do that? You know who can do that? Canelo Alvarez. Tank Davis can do that. Earl Spence can do that. And I'm probably missing like one or two more boxers. The dude from Ukraine, the heavyweight. We don't know about Usyk yet, because Usyk ain't fought in America yet, so we don't know. But we know he can do that. But we know he can sell out where he come from, so you might as well go ahead and put him in there at 5. We know 5 fighters that can do that shit by themselves. Put asses in the seats. We know that. The rest of you niggas is above average putting asses in the seats. Nobody trying to hear that shit, Claressa Shields. And views don't make... Listen, views is views. We're talking about pay-per-view sales. You don't put asses in the seats. You ain't did a... Did she do a pay-per-view yet? Listen, I'm sick of these boxers talking this bullshit. If you ain't did pay-per-views, you can't speak. Seriously. You can't put asses in the seats and you don't do pay-per-views. You can't speak of how great you are. Your skills is your skills. Nobody taking that away from you. But you're not on other levels of other fighters. Stop that shit. I am sick of these fucking overrated ass boxers, man. Because that's what y'all starting to be. Overrated ass boxers. What's up, Brian? Oh, fucking overrated ass boxers. They ain't putting no asses in this. They actually losing the company money. These motherfuckers are fighting on free TV. And they talking about views. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Anybody will watch anything for free. You see how people bootleg big pay-per-view fights? So what's the fucking difference of watching that shit on free TV? I told you, I only respect fans that actually buy pay-per-views. Motherfuckers that bootleg shit or motherfuckers fighting on free TV. I'm not saying I don't respect you, but it's like, yo, come on, bro. Since you fight, it's like, come on. Then you get in negotiations, start asking for money that you don't even deserve. You don't put asses in the seats. You ain't never fought on pay-per-view, but you asking for crazy money. And then when you do a pay-per-view, you don't really sell like that, and then you still ask for crazy money. Man, please, man. They got the game fucked up. That's what happened. These motherfuckers got the game fucked up. We keep blaming the promoters, but these fighters are out of pocket, bro. A lot of these boxers are out of fucking pocket. They think because they got a social media account, like that shit is like all end all. Anybody can follow you for free. Will they come and spend their money to see you perform? Will they pay $70 to $80 to watch you fight? Shit, $50. Will they come see you fight for $50? I mean, to order your fight. Will they pay thousands of $500,000, $5,000, $1,000, $500 to go see you fly out? And you know that shit. Even if you buy the ticket for $500, you know you still gotta get flights, get a hotel. That shit. So it's gonna be over a couple of $1,000s. It's people willing to spend their hard-earned money on you. That's the fucking issue. And if they're not going to do that, shut the fuck up. You're not as big as you are. You think you are. Then fuck how many rappers and entertainers at your event. They can afford to do that. Let's move on, man.
He didn't write me back before the fight. He didn't write me. He wrote me back after and said, "Oh, okay. Well, now you got some catching up to do." You weird, because I'm about to get you together right now, Kim. They was not the head of the bill. When they are the head of the bill and 50 million people tune in to see just the women fight, then you get
Claressa Shields. They didn't even want the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight to be the main event. This is what we're trying to explain to your hating ass. They wanted Katie and Serrano to headline this shit. Nobody wanted to see. They didn't want to see that shit. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. That just could have been a co-main event. They did not want that to be the headliner. But behind them having the big following and the big names, mainly Mike Tyson, excuse me. That's why. And it was, Jake Paul basically put that shit on. So it's like, come on. Like, you give no credit to these ladies because you're a hater. And then you throw your narrative in there. They didn't headline it. They was the co-main event. Everybody was like, that should have been the main event. listen, I will respect Claressa Shields if she like, I understand if you embrace the villain type shit. I get that. If that's what you that's what you do. That's what that's what your character, that's what you're trying to do to promote fights. I get that. I respect that. Floyd Mayweather was kind of the same. Talk this shit. Get that. But the one thing about Floyd was that he understood. And I always give, I don't fuck with Floyd personally. You know, I think Floyd's a buck dancing coon. But the one thing about Floyd was he understood what he was worth. He understood that if I'm going to throw these big ass events like that, I got to get in there with them dance partners. So when Floyd got to a certain level, right? He made other fighters bigger than what they were. Because he was so big. He was so much, people seen him as the villain and wanted to see him get his ass whipped. You know what I mean? Because he talked so much shit. Right? Smart strategy. Made him a fucking billionaire. Okay? The highest paid boxer ever to live. Listen. You know who else does that? Canelo Alvarez. You know who else does that as well? Tank Davis. Nobody else does what those guys has done. Nobody. You can even throw Mike Tyson in there. I'm sorry, Mike Tyson. But it ain't, out of those 4 dudes, Oscar De La Hoya is 5. Those 5 dudes, nobody have done what they done. The Golden Boy, he went up where he didn't want to be the villain. He wanted to be loved. He wanted to fight anybody. He got that. Mike Tyson was this bully. You know what I mean? The motherfucker that motherfuckers feared. He went that route. Tank is like a Floyd type. He's hated, but he's loved. So he's like a mixture. He's like a Mike Tyson, Floyd type shit. People fear him, but they hate on him. He's in a mixture of that. So he's like the greatest shit. Canelo. They get mad at Canelo. Because Canelo is at an age where he like, fuck that, I'm rich, bitch. I fight whoever I want to fight. They don't like that shit. A lot of people hate on it. I used to get mad at it. I ain't mad at it no more. He just at a certain part in his career, he can fight anybody. He still draw. He understands his worth. He's almost like the Oscar De La Hoya of this shit in a way. But he's even bigger. And Floyd Mayweather is the king of that shit. Listen, the problem with Claressa Shields is who she really can fight. That people gonna be like, oh, we want to come out and see that. The problem with Claressa Shields, and this is the one thing I say about Floyd. Floyd never hated on other boxers. Like, publicly. He might have been behind the scenes doing some fuck shit that he normally would do. Right? That's Floyd. He do, you know how niggas, you heard the stories about Floyd. But, the media-wise, he never really hated on boxers like that. Like, he never, like, shitted on other boxers. Unless somebody asked him about them. These boxers. But he always said, they great fighters. They great. But I'm the best. He never would shit on them like how she's doing. I even say Terrence Crawford, he doesn't shit on boxers like that. But she does that. She shit on other boxers, man and female, all the time. And then she wonder why nobody really respects her in the game like that. And you in your sport as a woman's boxers, but it ain't too many of y'all. So instead of you shitting and hating on all these other women, that ain't even in your weight class that you're not going to go down to fight. You'll rather hate on them instead of allowing them to help you as well grow the sport in your division. I mean, in y'all thing as far as women's boxing. Listen, I think like that was the problem with the WNBA. That's why a lot of people had a problem with the WNBA. A lot of the legends and people that still play that been there for a minute, they got mad at those women because they kept hating on Caitlin Clark. They wouldn't hate. Listen, first of all, they wasn't hating on Angel Reese because they knew why they weren't trying to give Angel Reese her props, because she's black, sassy, all that shit. Everybody knew that. Everybody fucking knew that. But they was mad at Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, because of the simple fact, how the fuck she get in this game and get all of that shine? I understood it on that part, but a lot of people had a problem with it because she's gonna boost your fucking sport up. But you gotta understand these women are competitors as well. People might come to me and say, well, Claressa Shields is a competitor. Claressa Shields doesn't fight in that weight class. It's different from basketball. She's hating on another motherfucking female that's in a different division in her sport. She the same woman, like I said, she's the same woman that came out here, because you ain't never heard a woman in boxing say to a man in boxing, I can beat him. You ain't never heard Layla Ali say that. She one of the greatest women boxers. Ann Wolf, you never heard them say no shit like that. Calling out men. She does that shit for attention, because she know damn well she can't beat no man in boxing. I think a featherweight dude will beat the shit out of Claressa Shields. Like real talk. She hates too much. She come off as a hater. And if she continue to keep going down this road, people ain't gonna really fuck with her like that. I'm telling you that now. You want to make yourself marketable too. You don't want to come off as a hater or somebody jealous of another fucking boxer because you ain't getting a shine all the time. Nobody likes people like that. You know why Tank Davis is loved the way he is? Regardless of what a lot of these hating ass niggas be doing. It's because he don't hate on other boxers. You don't see him shitting on other boxers unless they shit on him. And then niggas get mad, when Tank come out and say something about these boxers that already shitted and hated on him. Called him out, clout chasing on him, then they get mad. Tank, also Tank saying something about it. He can say whenever the fuck Tank want to speak on it, he can do that. Because he ain't started. That's the difference. Let's move on.
Then you can say it's the most watched women's event in history. But it's not. And then all y'all people sitting back acting dumb as hell like this is really facts. It's not facts. The WNBA, they have been breaking records because now, as they're doing the same thing as they done before, now they're getting more viewership. Now they're getting more viewership.
Because of who? Of an up-and-coming Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese. And shout out to Juju. I just seen her play last night. They lost though, but I fuck with Juju. Shout out to Juju. I'm a big fan of Juju. Yeah, she the next thing. She the next thing. Yeah, Shorty legit. And this is the other chick that what was that? Notre Dame. I forgot Shorty name. She legit too. Oh yeah. Oh, they coming. Oh them WNBA. Oh, them women, they coming. Oh, them young girls, they coming. Oh yeah. Listen, I'm about to be more of a WNBA fan than an NBA fan. I'm just letting y'all know. I like to see them women shining like that. Juju is like that. She the next thing. She the next thing. Niggas already hating on her. How she that great? She averaging 20-something points. You know how hard it is to average 20-something points a game? When you start moving up on different levels, playing grown-ass women. This young lady is only 19 years old or 18 years old. Playing against women that's in their 20s and something. And she got competition too. That's her age. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But anyway, never mind. But it's because of Caitlin Clark. Give her fucking props. And Angel Reese. Give them their props. That's why. That's why I even know about what's Shorty name? God damn it, in the WNBA. The last MVP, what the fuck is her name? She nice and she like that. Play for tell me in the chat, people. My mind going blank. Play for Las Vegas. WNBA. I forgot her name. I think she dating a basketball player. NBA basketball player. Damn, I can't remember her name right now. God damn it, I'm sorry, my sister too. Damn, and she like that. She nice. She the best. She is the best basketball player in the WNBA. Period. Listen, love Angel Reese. Love Caitlin Clark. But they can't fuck with Shorty. And the other Shorty from, damn, where she from too? How the fuck I can't remember her name. She from like Haiti or something. Little black chick. She nice. Man, fuck that. Listen, your problem is you almost sound like just an old ass hater. You don't want nobody else to shine like you. You ain't Floyd Mayweather. You don't generate like him. I don't even know why people trying to be like Floyd. You don't generate like Floyd. Floyd was in a different era where his popularity was crazy. And social media wasn't as big as it is now. You can dumb down sports now. You can dumb down, like, people steal shit now. So, it's like, you have people on the internet that's just as famous than regular famous people. Actresses and shit and rappers. It's not this. That was a different era what Floyd did. Nobody's going to ever duplicate what Floyd did. Nobody. Sorry. Why you think Jake Paul keep fighting motherfucking retired over the hill ass athletes? Why you think that? All his shit is expedition. Exhibition. If he ain't fighting no real boxer, all that shit is trash. Fuck out of here. Niggas go to see him fight people that's... Come on, bro. I'm not knocking what he does, but until he fight real boxers, I'm not trying to hear that shit. People say, oh, he's ready for Canelo. Listen, this shit won't go past 2 rounds. It won't go past 2 rounds. Canelo will knock his ass out in 2 rounds. And if he's stupid enough to sit in there with Canelo, Canelo will knock his ass out in the 1st round. Stop it. Now, I'm going to say this to Tank. Love Tank. I don't want to hear you talking about fighting no motherfucking Jake Paul. Fight Jake Paul when you retire something. Okay? And I know why you said it, because Mike is one of your people that you look up to as you know, one of the boxers that you look up to, and you know, one of your idols. I get that, but come on, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Jake Paul is Jake Paul is a clown. He doesn't make boxing better. He actually waters that shit down. That's why you see the Devin Haney's. That's why you see the fucking Shakur. Because they think all you got to do is get views and that's going to put asses in the seats. He's a fucking entertainer. He's doing exhibition fights. You fighting in real fights with real fighters. It's a difference. Everybody's sitting up, like even Bill Haney talking about Jake Paul is the face of boxing. Of what? He the face of exhibition? The fuck are you talking about? You have to understand something here, people. Boxing, they're watering down boxing. That's why boxing is bad. You get the Jake Pauls. They fucking boxing up. Jake Paul is not a real boxer. It's not a real fucking boxer. He's not. He only fought one real boxer, and that was Tyson Fury's little brother. And Tyson Fury's little brother whipped his ass. He whipped his ass. He lost. That's his only loss to a real boxer. Everybody else, you talking about Mike Tyson? Come on, man. Come on, man. Fuck out of here, man. Talking about a damn near 60-year-old man, Mike Tyson. I don't give a fuck how great of a shape Mike Tyson is in. That's what he ain't go. My bad, people. Look, the fucking internet been acting up in here, man. Been acting up like crazy in here. I don't know. I switched over to my hotspot. Fuck yeah, the internet been adding up crazy in here, y'all. So I apologize, y'all. It been adding up for the last couple of days and shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. Probably having some technical shit on there and over there, fucking, you know, my internet subscriber. Where I get my internet from. But anyway, what the fuck was I saying, y'all? What the fuck was I saying? I said something about like Mike Tyson or something. Then Mike Tyson, yeah, if you listen, put it like this, if Jake Paul would have fought Mike Tyson let me just say, maybe about around 50, Tyson probably would have knocked his ass out. But at 60 years old, man, come on, man. They was only going 2 rounds. You put Mike in 3 rounds. Mike ain't lasting no motherfucking 8 rounds in a 3-round fight. He may go about 3 rounds. The most. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? This Mike Tyson, bro, at 60 years old. I don't give a fuck how he was the dangerous motherfucker on earth at one period of time, but not now. Stop that shit. But anyway, let's move on.
More viewership now. If they played right in the same venue right before LeBron and them played, I am quite sure that they would get more viewership too. But when the women headline the top of a bill, that is what you call a women's boxing event or a women's event. It was not a women's event. It was a Mike Tyson and Jake Paul event. The men was the head of the bill.
Listen, Claressa Shields, I actually partly agree with you, but the other part is with that is, this is why you should have left this shit alone. It was a fucking 60-year-old Mike Tyson with hell of a fucking pedigree, hell of a fucking following. He's Mike Tyson. So yes, of course it was big like that. Jake Paul got a hell of a fucking following. Yes. Listen, Claressa Shields, real boxing fans didn't even want them headlining it. They wanted the women. Like, so if they would have put the women over top of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, would have gave them their props? Because Paulie, I get what you're saying, but that wasn't what Cam was saying. And maybe, yeah, listen, she's not wrong, but the problem is it just come off as hate. She should have just left it alone. Listen, let me tell you something, Claressa Shields, right? On Real Talk, you got a name, right? And if you didn't hate on Tank so much, right? If you didn't hate on that brother so much, you know that if you did a co-main event and you wasn't the headliner, like, right, but you was co-main event, so basically kind of the headliner, but you really not, right? I get it. You know, if you did a fight with Tank, you will be huge. Especially it depends who you're fighting. But you will be huge. If you, and what's the Burn Garner, I think that's her name. If y'all was to fight on a Tank fight, y'all can headline it. Nobody's saying you can't. Can't do your own shit. But if you was to go over there with Tank and on his card, right? Being a co-main event, you know how big you would be? Do you understand that? That's all that Katie and Serrano did. Now, when they go fight this second time, but it's third time for a trilogy, they gonna be big. It's gonna sell. They can do their own pay-per-view now. You should have just left this shit alone. You just come off as a fucking hater. Shout out to Brother 10. Brother 10. Like, yo, come on, man. You just, listen, Claressa Shields, you just come off as a hater. My sister, you just come off as a hater. And you have no reason to even do this shit. The problem with you, Claressa Shields, as great as you are, you're supposed to be even bigger. But your problem is you won't act like you get on one of these, like a Tank Davis card, and be like, let me get on that Tank card to build your own shit up. But you'll rather hate. And that's why you, regardless if you did 2 million something views, mainly that was because of that foreign chick. That wasn't because of you. You can't do that here. You can't do that here. If you'd have fought her here, you couldn't do that here. You did that shit overseas. And nobody's taking nothing away from you, but you can't do this here. Or what you did over there. Come on now. Stop. Like, you gotta be real. You got, Claressa Shields, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You genuinely gotta stop this shit. But anyway, let's move on, people. Damn, she just a hater, man.
And then he want to serious talk about some, now I got some catching up to do. If that's what you want to call it, if that's what you want to say. First of all, I have no reason to hate on Amanda or Katie or none of them. For what? What's better? What I hate for? But this is what I'm saying. This fool is mad because.
What you talking about? You talking about you ain't hating, but at the same time you come back and say, to tell them they got a box better. Wow. But you ain't hating though. What you mean they need the box better? They're great boxers. They're great boxers. What are you talking about? Come on, Claressa Shields. God damn, you contradict yourself every time you speak. Oh, I'm not hating, but they just got a box better. What? And you know what's so bad? She's in a weight class, right? Wherever she is. It's nobody really there for her really to make a name, like get bigger. She has to go down and fight these or try to hate on these other fighters that's not even in her weight class to put her name out there. You don't even fight in their weight class, but they got a box better. You're mad because they made more money than you. That's all. Ain't about the views. They made more money than you. Because you up in the weight class where you fighting people that nobody knows. The women up there. Like, please. And let me just say this too. I don't like that boxers fight once a year. I don't like that. But let me say this. All these motherfucking Tank haters, they come out and, oh, Tank ain't only fighting once a year. It was some weird ass dude. He came out and he said some shit like, white dude came out and said, oh, Tank gets arrested more than he fights a year. What the fuck? That ain't even true. Number one, and you just sound like a fucking hater. And then number two is that Tank wanted to fight twice this year. Lomachenko didn't want to fight. Shakur pretended that he wanted to fight, but he didn't want to wait around. And he went for another promotion. He knew that shit wasn't going to work. But anyway, Devin Haney is out. Ron Garcia is suspended. Pitbull Cruz lost. Venezuela, whatever his name is. He's supposed to have been fighting Pitbull Cruz, but he ain't fighting Pitbull Cruz now. He didn't want to come back down to 135. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, man? So Tank supposed to wait around for these niggas. Or supposed to move up to give them... He's the A side. Even the people that's in his weight class made excuses why they didn't want to fight him. What we talking about here? And you want him to fight somebody like Keyshawn. First of all, his promotional company is not allowing him to fight Tank because they got him on a course to build his, he continue to build his name up. Right? He's getting ready to even fight for a belt now. Then number two, listen, Tank fighting prospects. For what? He did that shit with Rolly. Oh, and I didn't like that fight. Tank ain't like that fight, but he did it. And it made sense. He did good money, did whatever, right? But nobody wants to see that shit from Tank no more fighting prospects. The motherfuckers, oh, well, he's bringing somebody up. First of all, motherfucking Roach is not no slouch. He has fought at 135 before. He has no problem moving up and fighting. Ask the motherfuckers that are in his in Tank weight class, or why they not fighting him. Tank has fought more undefeated fighters than any of these fighters that y'all be talking about, Shakur and all them niggas. Fought more world champions than anybody of those niggas. And y'all still hate. It is not Tank's fault at this point in time in his career that niggas are ducking him. They are genuinely ducking him. They do two things. They can't fight Tank because they're under a certain promotional company that won't make that shit happen. Or two, that these motherfuckers get in negotiations or Tank send them something, they don't be patient or whatever the situation may be, and they overprice themselves, acting like they're not going to make the biggest payday in their life, but they want what Tank got. These are facts. And you're not on Tank level, so you're trying to sit there and act like, well, I deserve it. You don't deserve shit. Your resume is not better than Tank. You don't sell. Even the niggas that, like Devin Haney, his resume, or everybody say he got the best resume. How much Devin Haney is worth then? Why is he still not the face of boxing? Why is it that he doesn't make more money than Tank? Why? Why is that? I don't give a fuck about his resume of y'all say he got the better resume of the people he fought. Why is he ain't big? In the last 5 years, Devin Haney has only fought 2 people, maybe 2 or 3 people that Tank Davis hasn't ever fought. That's Lomachenko, Jojo Diaz, and what's his name? Prograis. Cambosos don't even count. Cambosos is trash. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. Let me tell you something. If I'm Teofimo, now that I know that Cambosos is at 140, I want a rematch. And it'll be a big fight, too. Them dudes don't. They ain't about legacy. They're not about legacy like that. You can't have Tank waiting around for these dudes because they now that they ducking them or they ain't ready. You can't blame him. He got to stay active. And I don't give a fuck what they talking about. Tank got low. Now they talking about Tank got lower his expectations. He got to kind of get him. No, he doesn't. He makes the most money. He's top 3 biggest stars in the game. I say top 2 biggest fighters in the game. Big. I don't even put excuse me. I don't even put, even though they got Terrence Crawford as pound for pound the best, he's not bigger than Tank. He's 3rd on the list. And I still think he's still not bigger than fucking Earl Spence. But I'll put him over Earl because he beat Earl and Earl ain't fought since then. So, you know. We don't know what the fuck Earl gonna do. But anyway, let's move on.
Because he misspoke in the lead up to their fight, saying that they had the most watched women's boxing match in history. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not facts. I have the most watched women's boxing event in history where it's headlined by women.
You put it in there of headlining of women. That is different. You are right about that, but that's not what Cam was saying. You're partly right and he's partly right. And you should just left it as that. You wanted to make it a beef because you insecure who you are. He's not totally wrong from his perspective of what he said. And you're not wrong. Of a headliner, yes, you got that. You're right. But Claressa Shields, all that you just said, right? You still don't make the most money. You still don't put more asses in the seats. Let me ask y'all a question this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna prove point. Claressa Shields, her next fight, whoever she fight, if it ain't got no real name to it, she won't sell. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you. And like I said, listen, I love Claressa Shields as a boxer. I fucks with her. She is the GOAT. But let's be real. She don't fight on pay-per-view. She fights on free TV. Y'all got to start recognizing that. All these boxers that keep talking about they like that, they still fighting on free TV. When have Shakur fought on pay-per-view? We waiting. And then when Devin Haney fought on pay-per-view, what do? What's his numbers? They're trash. I ain't even gonna call it trash. They decent numbers. They ain't even good numbers. They decent numbers. He fought Ron Garcia, decent numbers. Fought Lomachenko, decent numbers. Cause he doesn't bring the popularity that he present out there to act like he's bigger than what he really is. Like he pretends that he's bigger than what he is, but he doesn't put those asses in the seat. It'd be most likely the opposition who he's fighting. And then he don't grab their fan base either. Because his promoter, which is his punk ass daddy, is trash. His daddy is trash. As a promoter, he's trash. I would never say the man is trash as a father. Would never say that. But as a promoter, he's trash. Bill Haney as a promoter is trash. And that's why Devin Haney, all these big fights y'all talk, look at the pay-per-view. They're decent. They ain't good, they're decent. You got Lomachenko that you fight, and you did not sell 500,000 pay-per-views? At least. Yo. Okay. All right, yo. Ron Garcia? You didn't sell 500,000. Okay. Let's move on.
Where we're leading the card. It's nothing against Serrano. It's nothing against Katie. But y'all can...
Let me say this. My point is going to be proven that these other boxers ain't really like that. When Tank and Roach fight, wherever they fight in DC, which will be better, I would think, for them selling out, for the stadium, or wherever they do it. I think anywhere Tank fight, he'd do pretty good, but I think he'd do crazy numbers if he did this shit in DC with him and Roach. Let me explain something to y'all. Watch how Tank sells out. Wherever this fight ends up, watch Tank sells out that bitch. Watch how the pay-per-views are fucking good. They ain't gonna be decent. They ain't gonna be great. They gonna be good because it's Roach. Roach don't really have a big name like that, but in boxing that's real boxing fans, we know who Roach is. He's gonna do great numbers. He's gonna do good numbers because he's Tank. He's always gonna do good. Watch how it happens. I keep telling y'all. People get mad at Tank or whatever. If these dudes really wanted to fight Tank, you got to understand something about what Ryan did, how he got that fight with Tank. Hey, Tank, what? What you want? All right, what you need? Nah, we ain't going to do that, but... All right, and Tank, like, come back, compromise. Okay, cool. All Tank... listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. There's only two things that Tank is worrying about. Mainly, you're not, like, if you're going to try to come in a fight and not make weight, right? Or you so much bigger than him or some shit like that and you not going to make weight, or if you make weight and you blow up real crazy like that, then Tank, yeah, that's a concern for him. But he's not really worrying about the weight shit, right? Then number two, the other part is don't come in there asking for crazy money. That's mainly Tank main shit. He is the A side. They all know that. They all say it. So you know that you're not going to make what Tank makes. You're going to make some money, but you're not going to make what Tank make. But if you want to make buku money, help promote that fucking fight. Just like Rolly did. Just like Ron Garcia did. Frank Martin he didn't promote. It was more of because Frank Martin is a B-level fighter. He was a good fighter. He was very, very good. The problem with Frank Martin, he had no personality. He didn't bring shit to the fight. He didn't have no aura like Tank have. Tank don't gotta really talk like that, but Tank did talk a little more than he usually would talk. But Tank is Tank. Nobody knows who the fuck you are outside of real boxing fans, Frank Martin, and that's why Frank Martin, he should have promoted that shit. Frank should have got more wow. Promote that shit just like Rolly did. Nobody knew who the fuck Rolly was outside of boxing fans. Even though Ron Garcia was big, he had a following. Ron Garcia understood, nigga. I gotta pump this shit up. I gotta make this shit big. Win, lose, or draw, but I'm gonna pump this bitch up. I gotta make that money. That's why Ron Garcia made the money he made. And he has skills. So that was one of the things. That's why Rolly, same shit. Like, those dudes understood. These other dudes, they get in there with Tank, they don't know how to promote. And I keep telling you about a lot of these fighters. They don't know how to promote themselves. This internet shit, yeah, it's easy to do that. But when them fights starting to come up, that's a whole nother different things of promoting. Like, people talking about, oh, Roach talking crazy out his mouth. Roach supposed to do that. He got to help build this fight up. Number one, you know that your star power is nowhere compared to Tank's. So you got to build yourself up, let motherfuckers know you got to get in and everywhere. So I didn't listen. I didn't take with Roach how he was speaking. Nigga, you signed, the fight is signed, y'all good. I don't have no problem with that. Once you sign that contract, nigga, listen, anything goes after that. Promote that motherfucker however you want to. Get crazy, get rowdy, whatever. Disrespect. Hey, do what you got to do. You got to fight now. It doesn't matter how disrespectful you get at this point. You got to fight. Listen, my thing with Roach was that I appreciate the confidence. I appreciate all that shit. But in how he was promoting it, my problem is, as a Tank fan that support Tank, nigga, yeah, you fought in the amateurs, bro. This is different. You had headgear on. Y'all fought when y'all was kids. This is a different Tank. This ain't the same. It's all of them niggas they talk about they spar with Tank and all that shit. We did this. Nigga, you won't do that to Tank with smaller gloves and no headgear. Not now. These niggas always speak on what I did in sparring. Get the fuck out of here. These lights are brighter over here. Fucking with Tank. Tank lights is brighter. Okay? It's a different level. Like Floyd used to always tell them niggas, these lights are bigger. You can get overconfident or you can be scared. But if you don't have a balance of that shit, of those two things, then you most likely gonna lose to somebody like Floyd. You most likely gonna lose to somebody like Tank. Those dudes are different. They're just in a different atmosphere. Because you really probably think, I can beat him. Okay. But you get in the ring and the shit ain't the same. Like you thought it was going to be. Coming there with being overconfident can fuck your game up. Because niggas don't understand this. You can be as confident as you want to be Tank. Or Floyd. It's about your stamina fucking with them. They're different. If your stamina ain't on the same level as them, you're not fucking with them. And like I told y'all, I have never seen anybody ring IQ bigger than Floyd Mayweather. The only person that comes close to ring IQ, as close to that, is Tank's. It's Tank. He's the only person I know that have that ring IQ. that understands how to whatever he needs to do in that ring. It's like a fucking computer. My favorite football player, really genuinely, is listen. I love Aaron Rodgers, right? As a football player, my favorite football player, really on some intelligent shit, or know how the game goes, is fucking Peyton Manning. That motherfucker. I used to call him the computer. He was a fucking computer in that motherfucker when he played football. He was a fucking computer. He was like that. Like, motherfucker, I know we talk about Tom Brady and all that. Tom Brady was great. Motherfuckers call him the GOAT of football. Listen. If Tom Brady was on the Indianapolis Colts, he wouldn't have won all them championships. You put motherfucking Peyton Manning with Bill Belichick in New England, nigga, they probably winning about 12 to 13 motherfucking championships. His IQ was crazy. His IQ was crazy. He was a coach on the fucking field. He was like that. Tom May would have got like 1 or 2 championships. Maybe. That's a maybe. Outside of Bill Belichick. And the great defense he had. You know the crazy shit about it? Tom Brady always played with a somewhat good offense. Right? But the defense was great. Right? Motherfucking Peyton Manning played with a great offense. Defense trash. Trash. Defense was trash. They probably had probably 5 people on that defensive team every year he played that was good. Tom Brady had a whole bunch of motherfuckers that played good on defense. I keep trying to tell motherfuckers that. But this offense was... Was like, well, he had Gronk. He had Gronk, nigga. That's it. Nigga. But the defense was great. And Tom Brady was a great quarterback. So, like, yeah, you can work that out. You trying to compare Dallas Clark to motherfucking Gronk? Hell no. Fuck out of here. Like, just be real about like some shit. Like, you switch certain people off to certain shit. You put motherfucking Peyton Manning with a okay defense. I mean, an okay offense with a great defense. You in fucking trouble. In his prime? Peyton Manning in his prime? Oh, okay, man. In New England? Oh, shit. They probably win it almost every other year. They probably go 3 straight or some shit like that. Then maybe fall off for a year or 2 and then they right back throwing 3. Like, yo, come on. Yo, y'all not understand who Peyton Manning was. Peyton Manning was better than fucking Tom Brady. Still to this day, he was better. His stats is better. His championships better. I get that. I understand that. Love Tom Brady. He the GOAT. Overall, as a football player, fuck no. Was not better than fucking Peyton Manning. Sorry, tell y'all that. Dan Marino is better than fucking Tom Brady. These are facts. He just got the accolades of who Tom Brady is would make him more superior than everybody. And I get that and respect that. And it is what it is. He the great. He the GOAT. But come on. Dan Marino was better. Shit, Brett Favre. racist ass was better. Peyton Manning was better. Shit, fucking Aaron Rodgers was better than Tom Brady. Overall as a quarterback, yes, they was better. Joe Montana was better than fucking Tom Brady. He just got better accolades. That's it, over all those guys. And there's no knocking him. And I'm going to give Tom, that's why I call him the GOAT. But as a quarterback, no, was not better than those guys. Let's move on.
Y'all cannot erase history. Then he's talking about he gonna inbox him back. Well, yeah, all right, you was right about that, about the 1.5 and 2 million. Cause I sent him the article where it showed that I was the most watched women's boxing match in history with over 2 million viewers. But then he writes and say, but now you got some catching up to do because they just got 50 million people watch they fight. Man, I don't know. You niggas ain't tricking me. Y'all not making me mad. Are y'all crazy? And I want to say something to Cam. I can't stand you niggas who hate black women. I just can't stand it. Y'all, I don't know.
So he not siding with you. He took a different perspective. So he hate black women. Wow. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. That's where she went at? You trying to pull the black woman race card, bitch? And I called you a bitch because that listen, if you disrespect a black man in that round, see, because I ain't like these so-called black men that let some of you black women get away with this shit. Are you out your fucking mind? So he disagree with you, so that means he hate black women. Because he chose a woman that's not black, or women or not black, or whatever. Like, are you serious? So that means he hates black women. Wow. So that means I hate black men too. Because when I rank Larry Bird over top of a lot of black athletes, or Tom Brady over black quarterbacks, I hate black men too, huh? When I say, listen, as great as Caitlin Clark is, she not better than the sister that's from Vegas. Y'all tell me in the chat who I'm talking. I can't remember her name. She's from Vegas in the WNBA. I want to get her name. She's better than Caitlin Clark. These are facts. She just is. Overall, she's a better basketball player. In the WNBA. She's better. I don't give a fuck if it's college. She's a better basketball player in WNBA. The WNBA. These are facts. What are you talking about, Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark. Claressa Shields. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because a black man disagree with you because the other person is a different color skin about attributes, and you disagree with, and they don't praise you the way you want them to praise you, then somehow a black man hates black women? Are you serious? How about you do this, Claressa Shields, since you care about people hating black women, right? Why haven't I seen you out here I'm gonna get in my political bag because I don't like this type of shit. How about when Trump won the election and it was white women and a lot of Latino women that voted for Trump, and you ain't call them out and saying they hate black women? You didn't do that. But it's just a criticism. Not even a criticism, because like I said, he was just giving props. In Cam mind, he was just giving props to Katie and Serrano about, you know, the views. So somehow that made it seem like he hate black women. Okay. Let me just say this. If you want to call Cameron a male chauvinist, I probably maybe agree with you a little bit on that. But for you to say, oh, he hate black women, no. I believe Cameron is just my opinion, is most likely, if you want to say it, is a male chauvinist. In a way, that'll make more sense. I'm not saying that about Cam, but I'm just saying that'll make more sense. But you to say he hate black women because he criticizing you? I done heard Cam on that show. Yeah. Caitlin Clark, yeah, she the shit. But I done heard him say, I can see why motherfuckers like, hold on, man, Angel Reese is like that too. She helped build this shit too. Like, I heard him say that. So, where's this he hate black women shit come from? Wow. That's what you leap to? Claressa Shields? That's what you leap to? I mean, that's what you go to? Wow. You ain't never called Floyd Mayweather out for siding with racists, did you? You don't do none of that. You don't call Jake Paul out for siding with racists that actually, he sided with a racist that actually hate women. That a dude that he voted for and support that actually abuse women. I don't give a fuck he giving Serrano and Katie that type of shine. It doesn't matter. You side with a motherfucker. That's why I don't fuck with Jake Paul. But that ain't the only reason, but that's one of the reasons. You side with a dude that actually has been convicted of sexually assaulting women civilly. And remember, people say, well, that was just in civil court. But Trump said he would never, ever settle. We know behind closed doors with Stormy Daniels. That's not sexual assault, but okay, I get that. But yeah, but he still got found guilty. Well, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Like, yo, Claressa Shields, how you go to that? Cameron hate black women. Wow. Crazy.
I don't know when you ever done reached out to me and said, congrats on the fight, good job, you did this, you did that. Never in life. But then you want to come talking some shit in my motherfucking inbox. You want to make your little post.
Claressa Shields, nobody has to keep on kissing your ass. Nobody got to do that. But that don't mean that he hate black women. Like, where you get that from? Because he won't kiss your ass the way you want him to? to give you props, to give you your flowers the way you want him to. So that means he hate black women. Excuse me. Think about the narrative that she's trying to push. And I want to say this to all my black men and black women. Please don't allow this woman to have like some type of say. That is not how a lot of black men are or a lot of black women are. We don't treat our black men don't treat our black women like this, and a lot of our black women do not treat black men like this. This is just a bitter ass, hateful ass black woman that's very insecure about herself. That's all that is. You cannot say a black man don't hate black women because of a fucking opinion. It wasn't even his opinion. He gave some shit that he thought what he seen, which was true. Biggest in his, in that situation, that this was the biggest female shit. Somehow this turned to a race thing with her. Because like I said, she's very insecure. This only had to do with women. This didn't have to do nothing with race. She took it there. Now, mind you, we all the right wingers talking about, oh, well, black people use race. Well, she's one of them doing it. I don't hear the right wingers coming out saying nothing. She's out of pocket. You calling out a black man because, and I don't agree with Cam on a lot of shit, but I'm just saying, you say he hate black women? How? Because he disagree with you? He said some shit that you didn't like? Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, yeah, Claressa Shields inboxed me. It's Claressa, my dog. It's not Clarissa. Let's start there. And then you even want to celebrate another black woman. But then you talking about, nigga, you don't even know women's boxing. You don't know boxing. You're talking shit to Shakur. You niggas is lame. I just can't stand y'all. I can't. Everybody be like, Claressa, just let it go. Claressa, don't say nothing. No.
You shouldn't have said nothing. People told you don't say shit. Because he wasn't trying to disrespect you, but you took it as disrespect because you can't handle that somebody else does better than you. That's all this is. Claressa. You can't handle that somebody else can do better than you or get more shine than you. That's all that comes off as. And listen, people, I don't agree with a lot of shit Cam say. But I'm going to defend Cam on this. She's out of fucking pocket. To say this man hates black women because he doesn't agree with her or he says some shit that she didn't like. He hates black women? So he hates his mama that passed away. God rest her soul. Hate the black women. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And so now, once again, her insecure ass throws out another scenario. Instead of sticking to what Cam said. Now, he hates black women. A whole nother scenario that she throws. That had nothing to do with what Cam was saying. Had nothing to do with him hating black women. Because I disagree with you doesn't mean I hate black women. Listen, I disagree with my wife all the time. You think my wife think that I hate black women? Me and my wife, we had this conversation to make it even more clear, right? We was talking about female rappers. My wife actually liked some of the female rappers. I don't. I think it shows off material. Like it sends the wrong message to young girls. My opinion. I'd rather for my daughter to listen to a Beyonce or something. Queen Latifah or something. Not these new chicks. All you talking about, all you worth is you suck a good dick. I'm a boss bitch because I got the pussy and these niggas love this pussy. Okay. So what would a man talk about fucking chicks or something like that? It's a different standards. I'm not ignoring that. I don't like, listen, you think I fuck with a lot of these dudes that rap that shit? I didn't even fuck with a lot of these young niggas that rap. They talk about getting high. They get high all the time. You think I fuck with them? Or how they treat women and shit like that? You think I fuck with them like, no. That's why I don't even fucking listen to a lot of these young rappers. That's men. I don't listen to a lot of them niggas. First of all, they lyrics is trash. They all try to sound the same to get that buzz. So they trash. They don't got their own originality. So they trash to me. I like different shit. I like niggas that sound different, got their own voice on their own shit. Even if it's hard. Little gutter. Like motherfuckers, listen, it was crazy, right? I say it all the time. I tell motherfuckers, I love King Von. I love listening to Shorty music. Because you know why? He sounds different. He's not the same. God rest his soul. He's not the same. I love Nipsey Hussle. That's my guy. That's the only nigga I think that ever came close to Pac. To my opinion. He taught that gangster shit too, but he still put knowledge in that. I love that. You nigga, nobody's one way. Where we come from, nobody's one way. Everybody, where we come from, we got a gangster side to us. But nigga, we got a moral side to us. We live on principles, and we love our people. We like real motherfuckers. And what I'm saying is real. So yes, a lot of them young niggas y'all listen to, nah, get the fuck out of here. Everybody kept saying, oh, Wayne's the GOAT. He's this. Wayne ain't the GOAT. Wayne's trash. He been trash. I wish he would. I heard the shit come up. Motherfuckers talking about, Kendrick diss Wayne. Wayne take it. I can see how Wayne can take that. But like I said, Wayne, you don't want that smoke, nigga. Kendrick is a different nigga. He not like you. He ain't a sellout. Oh, every time you hear Lil Wayne, even when you hear him rapping, he don't talk about nothing positive. That nigga talk about drugs. He look like he on drugs. I wish Wayne would. And I'm not saying Wayne won't give him a run for his money, but I wish he would. Kendrick will blow his ass out the motherfucking window just like he blew Drake out the window. I wish Lil Wayne would. Go ahead and fuck with that boy K Dot. Go ahead, Wayne. I want you to go fuck with the best rapper alive. K Dot is the best rapper alive. We know Jay-Z ain't that. We know Lil Wayne ain't that. All he rap about is drugs. He get high. That's all he do. Every time you see that nigga, I'm saying, I mean, I want to apologize to my fans because I was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying. Fucking crackhead, man. Fuck Lil Wayne. I wish he would try to fuck with K. Dot. I want him to do it. His bitch ass to get exposed. Talking about waking up a monster. You ain't no monster, nigga. You're a crackhead. You had your run. You can't fuck with them. You can't fuck with K. Dot. People keep acting like K. Dot is like this young nigga or something. K. Dot like 35. Lil Wayne is my age. K. Dot will fuck him up right now. Are y'all stupid? Fuck out of here. Lil Wayne, I'm not trying to knock Lil Wayne, the movement that he got, but it's a good and a bad thing of what he did. All them niggas sound the same now because of Wayne. Them niggas ain't got no originality. So when you hear a nigga like K. Dot, you be like, these young niggas, they be like, oh, yeah. Sound like old school shit. Oh yeah, of course it was. But you can't recognize real fucking lyricism. But you want to hear a nigga, yeah, I'm your man, so I'm saying, you know my me, know I'm saying. Fuck out of here, man. All on the auto-tune. That's all them niggas do. And then the crazy shit about it, all you niggas that do auto-tune, do you understand that that's why Bone Thugs is great? They could harmonize and can rap. You niggas ain't on that level. Y'all ain't even better than Bone Thugs. The fuck are y'all talking about? And they greats. They legends. Fuck you talking about? You niggas get high and be on auto-tune all the time. The fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I said I'm not downplaying all the young rappers. There's certain niggas I fuck with. But I don't fuck with a lot of you auto-tune niggas. At all. You niggas are trash. Yes, this is about niggas you can rap as a rapper, right? The other part is that what are you saying in those raps that make me feel you? And like I told you, it ain't none of you niggas. It ain't no rapper. None. No rapper. No, not one that ever did what Pac did. That's why he's the greatest rapper of all time. You niggas can't do what he can do. You say whatever, you got your criticism, you say whatever. It ain't none of y'all niggas have an impact like him. That's why you want some y'all niggas die and nobody cares. Your favorite rappers, you love your auto-tune rappers. They won't go down in history like Pac. I don't give a fuck how much as Pac been dead for years, over 20-some years. They still would never be better than him. Ever. Your favorite rappers can't do what Pac did. Ever. Yeah, Boosie talking about I'm Boo Pac. Nigga, you ain't Boo Pac, nigga. No nobody look at you that way. Nigga, if we look at a nigga that's close to Pac like that, it's probably Nipsey. That's the only nigga that come even close to him. The greatest rapper of all times. Yeah, Biggie was lyrical and all that other shit. We get that to him. God rest his soul. He was the king of New York. But he wasn't the king of rap. He was not better than Pac. Sorry to tell you niggas that. You can keep your little fucking auto-tune rappers. Y'all niggas, a lot of you niggas are trash. You're just trash. Then that's real shit. And I ain't even hating on young niggas. Cause like I told you, I like Lil Durk. I know he in jail and shit. I don't want to see the little young brother locked up, but if he did what he did, it is what it is. King Von, he did. Hey, karma's a bitch. I get it. But King Von was that little nigga like that. And if he'd have stayed around long enough, none of you niggas would shine. You niggas wouldn't even be shining. Nobody be listening to you niggas. We be listening to King Von right now. We wouldn't be listening to you niggas. Stop it. You niggas ain't even on that level. Let me tell you something. The difference of you niggas in this earth. When I talk about King Von, he was one of those niggas. He didn't have to use auto-tune to be great. Him using his regular voice and speaking his pain and how he felt or whatever, how you think it was violent or whatever. But he did that. You niggas had to use auto-tune. That's the difference. Had to change your voice up. All that auto-tune, all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's why when niggas said, hey, if King Von would have still stayed alive, he would have been bigger than Dirt. That's the reason. Listen, I ain't saying all Dirt shit was bad on the auto-tune. He sound better when he didn't use auto-tune. And that was mainly because of King Von. Fuck y'all talking about. I'm a real true hip-hop fan. Fuck these niggas talking that shit. I don't give a fuck if you young or old. Ain't no nigga. Listen. Let me just be real. Pac is the GOAT. Nipsey Hussle, if he'd have stayed alive, God rest his soul, he was the only person that was close to that. That would have the impact. And not just rapping. Because he was more big of what he did in the community than rap. Niggas just respected his rapping shit after he died. That's how big he was. That's how great, how motherfuckers see him and love him. King Von, they respected his gangster. The crazy shit about it, I go back and I listen to King Von all the time. He was just getting better. He just needed time. Shit, he probably needed with fucking Nipsey to get the 32. If he got a 32, he probably would have been the biggest fucking star in fucking hip hop. You niggas couldn't even fuck with Von if he was still here. That's a fact. But y'all gotta, motherfuckers don't want to be real. They just want to be on this shit, what's popping, what's popular. That man dead, these guys are dead, but you keep trying to big up these dudes that's still trash. They trash. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. People back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel, people. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. Excuse me. And make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. Anyway, let's get back into this Claressa Shields bullshit.
It ain't no women event if the women is not the main event. What you talking about? Like, I was there. I was there. I know what's going on. I know what they trying to do, trying to erase real history. Y'all, it's crazy to even play with me like that and think I'm not gonna say nothing. Man, please. Man, go and play with somebody else, man. Y'all can go play with somebody else. And
Claressa Shields, ain't nobody trying to play with you. Listen, the problem with you is that you just a hater. People was pushing more for the female boxers to be the main event. I watched the shit. And I enjoyed that shit. I didn't watch the Mike Tyson and none of that shit, but I'm just saying, people was pushing that shit more. So listen, Claressa Shields, listen, I get why Claressa Shields is a little frustrated. Like, you should be more mad at the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul for doing what they did than the women fighters that actually really people gave more fuck about and really probably kind of tuned in a little more. The casual, not the casual, but the main boxing fans. Yeah, it was just casual fans. I get why she's a little frustrated, but the other part is that you blaming the wrong people. You should be mad at Jake Paul. You should be mad at Mike Tyson for doing that shit. Not these women, not for others. You should be mad at them for doing that. You shouldn't even be mad at Cam. It's craziness. Let's move on.
And I'm just so sick of all like the little subliminals and people be secretly hating. Man, listen, gone, bro. I ain't never had to spot ever in history, and I ain't about to start now.
Ain't nobody throwing subliminals or hating on you. You took that shit the way you took it. You took it that way. You heard that Cam said, "Oh, this is the biggest women's boxing thing," and then you took it as a subliminal to you. That's what you did. Nobody was throwing subliminals. You just insecure. Claressa Shields, that's what you are. You're a very insecure woman. You're just very insecure. Nobody was throwing subliminals at you. Everybody know you the GOAT. Everybody, we get it. Let's move on.
No, I'm number one. That's it. But they just so foolish to make up this fake history. It's not real. Go ahead.
Yeah. So not only that, listen, because I pointed it out a while ago that this whole thing with Amanda Serrano, and I'm not saying there's no beef, but I could tell there was like little subs going. And my thing is this, right? Amanda Serrano had never once called herself the GOAT until after Jake Paul started talking shit to you and y'all had your back and forth. You can go back and check the tweets.
Okay, well, you should be mad at Jake Paul. That was her shit. Listen, let me just give Claressa Shields her props. Because I don't want to ever take away from somebody creating anything. Claressa Shields is the GOAT. She created the GOAT shit. She did that. I would never take that away from her. Listen, Serrano, whatever, whoever, anybody out of that, yeah. Unless you beat the GOAT, unless you outdo the GOAT, then you speak on GOAT shit. I get that. That's just all in competition. But of course that Claressa Shields should be feel a little way about that. She right. She should feel a certain type of way about that. She created that. The GOAT, she's supposed to create. She's supposed to feel the way she feel about that. But you're supposed to be more mad at Jake Paul. Because he the one did that. But you mad at the other women boxers. And I get it. It's just around old sauce talk and all that shit. I get that. But you should still be shitting on Jake Paul more than them women. But I understand you gotta throw that shot at them women. I get it. But come on, who really did that? Who turned you up on that? Got you all upset. This dude Jake Paul that ain't fought nobody. This dude that do he does expedition fights, right? I might be saying it wrong, I'm sorry. But come on, man. You go after that dude. And then on the other side of that, right? That's why a part of me actually understand why Claressa Shields is upset. Because they might not even be that big. And this is why I'm not saying she totally wrong about how she feeling. Like, Claressa Shields like, I ain't been under no big shit like that. Like, I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to be under a Floyd Mayweather. I ain't had to be under a Tank Davis or any of these guys that's very respectful in the sport. I didn't have to do that to make my name. So I get why she feel the way she feel a little bit. I genuinely do. The other part is, I get that. But you can't hate on them for what they doing. Right? Like, you can't hate that. They're just doing it a different way. She coming up a certain type of way. You know what I would have said to Claressa Shields about that situation if I was Claressa? I'd have said, hey, well, okay, cool. That's fine. But let's see her do this shit on her own. By herself. She's the headliner. And we see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. We see how it goes. And sometimes it's just Claressa Shields, sometimes, right? It's like the Tank shit, right? That's why you come off as a hater, right? To me. Because sometimes, your promoter could be so popular and big that it could make that fighter bigger than what you think they are. Right? Tank is big, as big as he is. Yeah. He's that guy, right? But Tank is only big. Well, partly how big he is because he was with Floyd. These are facts. I'm not trying to take anything away from Tank, but let's be real. Tank is he's big the way he is because of Floyd. These are facts. Y'all know I'm a big Tank Davis fan, but I tell the truth. I'm not that biased in that way not to tell the truth. Tank is big as he is because of Floyd. Claressa Shields. Those women are as big as they doing the numbers or whatever they big as who they are. Believe it or not, because of Jake Paul. That's just a fact. And I get why you feel a certain type of way about that, but it still comes off as you hating. You know what I mean? It's like when people be hating on Tank. Like, yo, it's just hating, bro. Floyd seen something in them. Jake Paul seen something in Serrano. Like you can't, like, why you hating on them? Because they got with the right people. Nobody's saying that you ain't great, but they numbers is different. Numbers different. They promoted different. Maybe instead of hating, say, hey, you know what, Jake? Hey, get with the motherfucking promoter. Hey, man, put me on like that. Instead of hating. That's all that comes off at me. Hold on. Marcus, what you say? Hold on. I want to see. The women fight was good, but that was not the reason they were there. Listen, I never said that. I said, listen, this is the thing I said about this, and I know for a fact. This ain't no shit of my opinion. Right? These are facts. Listen. Jake Paul and the whole Mike Tyson shit, yes, they brung him out. We all know that. But the real boxing fans did not want that shit to be a main event. They wanted the women to be the main event. Katie and Serrano. They want that to be a main event. But who brings the money in? Who's more popular? Right? Talking about Mike Tyson base. You talking about Jake Paul base. Oh, of course they gotta be the headliner. You think Netflix would have picked that shit up because of them women? Hell no. But real boxing fans was like, hey man, nigga, put them women at the, you know what I mean? We would prefer that. But you're talking about people that invest or casual boxing fans, which is a lot of investors. They don't know shit about boxing. They, you know, they was like, nah, fuck that. Jake Paul and Mike, they gotta be that. That's the only reason we even fucking with it. So, like, I get it. Like, I understand what Claressa Shields is saying. It's not like I'm hating on. I'm not trying to disregard what she's saying. I'm saying that is they got the opportunity to build up their shit the way they did it. Now, when they go fight, they can do a pay-per-view now. And they can sell. My thing is, you just gotta have a bigger card. And let's just be real about this. I love Claressa Shields. I love women boxing. Listen, first of all, let's be real about this. Women boxing ain't big like that. So you need to get with some men boxers to build up your shit. It's just like the WNBA. And you got a better opportunity to build your shit up because you can get on those cards with the men boxers. The WNBA, they just starting to in the NBA, the men's NBA, they starting to figure that out. But you can get big being on a male boxing card. Like, honestly. You know, so that's all I'm saying. Like, Claressa Shields is not fully lying. I'm not saying she lying, but it just come off as hate. You know what I mean? And like I said, is Claressa Shields' next fight going to do close to 2 million views? Hell no. Especially if she ain't fighting nobody. Yeah, it's all good to stand on that one thing that you did, but can you do it consistently? She can't. If she ain't fighting nobody. It takes two to tangle. Claressa Shields, listen, it's like Tank. I love Tank, right? Big fan of Tank. Nigga, if he ain't got no, listen, he doing this road shit, it's going to do good, but it ain't going to do nowhere close to even shit. Now, let's be real. I'm hoping and praying they might this fight come up next year. I'm hoping that it do even with fucking what's his name? Last name you fought. Frank Martin. I'm hoping that that was good. It was good. But it wasn't wasn't bad. It wasn't okay. Like it wasn't okay, but it wasn't great numbers. It was just good. We hoping that this should do good with this nigga Roach. But like I said, it can do good numbers if this shit is in the right spot. If this shit is in DC, in the DMV area. Right? Seriously, it will do great numbers. I believe it'll do great numbers in the DMV. I'm telling you. Cause y'all, one thing y'all gotta understand about the DMV area, about what we do here, right? We don't get a lot of this shit that y'all think we get. Like we don't get a lot of like big shit. I'm listen. Around this time, right, when this shit's supposed to happen, I'll probably go to the Tank fight. Y'all, I might be recording. Y'all might be seeing me at that. I'll probably go there. That shit if it's in the DMV area. If it's in DC, I'll go. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand when shit is in your area. Oh, we gonna show up. DMV we gonna show up. We gonna be there. And then you gotta understand who Tank gonna bring outside of the DMV. So that might be even bigger. Right? But the DMV, us all coming, we coming. We coming to fuck with Tank. We coming to fuck with Lamont Roach. This niggas in this DMV area, we fuck with Lamont Roach. Tank just got a bigger thing outside of the DMV that he gonna bring stars in. But we showing up. Oh, DMV, we showing up. The whole DMV, we showing up. We showing the fuck up. I think y'all got that shit twisted about us. Oh, we gonna show up. I always just say this one thing. Just have security there. Because you're talking about two different types of fucking cities that's coming. And states. You're talking about different motherfuckers coming. And we different. So you better, like I tell Tank. And that's another thing. Like why Tank does shit down here. That shit come with extra security. So you got to spend extra money. Like you can't just do that shit down here. Not, especially not with this. Like, yo, it's a DC nigga going against a Baltimore nigga. It was different when he came down here with, who was the dude? The Dominican dude? No, nigga, you think they came down here for him? Okay, cool. All right, you think that? With Hector, whoever, ain't nobody come down to see that nigga. We came down to see Tank, nigga. The whole DMV. We came down to see Tank. But you're talking about a DC nigga that's from DC. Talking about a Baltimore nigga that's from Baltimore. Oh, that shit's crazy. Trying to tell y'all, man. That shit gonna be bigger than what y'all think, man. If they did this shit down here, but the thing about that is you gotta spend extra money for security. You know what I mean? It's about business too. Playing around with dudes like from Baltimore or DC or Virginia niggas, they different down here. There ain't no fucking security gonna do nothing. You feel me? But you have to have a whole lot of that shit to fuck with down here. Like seriously, you're talking about you got two states that's so close to each other like that. You get what I mean? You don't know how Virginia niggas going, who they gonna ride with. Especially Virginia niggas. You don't know how Virginia niggas is gonna ride with Baltimore, DC niggas. You get what I mean? So they might be on some DC shit. They might be fucking with some Baltimore shit. So that's a whole nother thing. Shout out to the Virginia niggas. But you're talking about DC and Baltimore niggas going at each other like that and they the two, that's the main event? Like, yo, come on, bro. That shit can get ugly. And you need, the one thing that you need about doing that type of shit here With DC and Baltimore niggas, listen, man, you gotta have security. And that's a lot of money, bro. You're talking about, you may have to not just have Baltimore, but DC police and shit like that, nigga. You might have to call Maryland police to be like, yo, we need y'all to come in too. We may need some Virginia police people come in. Like, for security, like, to protect shit. Like, y'all playing with that. Listen, listen. Y'all ain't from the DMV, and y'all don't know how this shit goes. We mad close. Like, we mad. Like, y'all keep acting like this shit is, like, like, y'all look at it as like a state thing. That shit is very, nigga, I can go a couple of miles to Virginia. I can go a couple of miles to DC. And it's vice versa for them. Like, it's not like how y'all think that shit is. And so you're talking about two states that's so close. Like, we're mad close. And that got animosity there. So that shit won't be the same like y'all think it's gonna be, bro. It's not like how y'all think. Like, we are really very close to each other. And it's a lot of niggas from our cities that don't like each other. It's niggas from my city don't like DC niggas. It's niggas from DC niggas don't like Baltimore niggas. It's the Virginia niggas that don't like Baltimore niggas or like, you know, DC niggas. And it's vice versa. That is DC niggas don't like Virginia niggas. It's Baltimore niggas don't like Virginia niggas. Like, it's just, that shit go all the way around like that. Like, it's not how y'all think, man. Seriously. That's why I respect the whole DMV shit. Because I get it now. I grew up in this shit. So I understand it. So, nah, nigga. Ain't nothing changed about that. You know, you got young niggas coming in and shit like that. Ain't nothing changed, nigga. Baltimore niggas don't really like DC niggas like that. And DC niggas don't like Baltimore niggas and Virginia niggas. It's right. It's all the way around. Like, it's not like that. It's not like how y'all think it is, man. So if they did that shit down here, nigga, they need more security. So they need more money. Especially in DC. DC is like that, nigga. Okay? Them niggas get busy down there. Now, you talking about DC niggas, they home. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of them niggas. You talking about Baltimore niggas. We coming. Right? Talking about Virginia niggas, Philly niggas. Like, you talking about niggas, New York niggas. Niggas, like, they're the main shit. Delaware niggas. Like, come on. Like, that shit can get real out of pocket. Real quick. Just trying to tell y'all, man. Like I said, it's like you going to LA and you don't know the politics there, nigga, shit can go left. I'm telling you, you come to DMV, that shit can get left. That shit can go left. Real quick. Niggas like, oh, I don't see how y'all be. Okay, nigga. Alright. You ain't from Baltimore. You ain't from DC. You ain't from Virginia. You ain't from Philly. Even New York niggas to a certain extent. If you ain't from that, nigga, you don't know how that shit gonna go, man. That shit can go left. It can fuck all this shit up. Especially with a big event like that. Nigga, I see ignorant niggas. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, it'd be big down here for us money with a Tank and Roach shit, but I can understand why Tank don't want to do it down here. Or even Roach. I can get it. I can understand it. You don't want that shit down here. Seriously. Not trying to say we tougher than everybody. I'm just telling y'all, man. Shit can get real weird down here. Shit can go left real quick. I'm talking about cities of niggas that's really like that. I'm like, y'all, okay. Like I said, if you ain't never been, if you don't know shit about Baltimore and DC or Virginia or even some New York niggas or in Philly and some Philly niggas, if you don't know that atmosphere of that shit, if you don't really know about that, then you can't speak on us. Because that shit is different down here. And I love my DC niggas. Some of my DC niggas. I love my Virginia niggas. I love my fucking Philly niggas. I love my New York niggas. I love you niggas. But I know the real deal. This shit can get real weird real quick. Shit can go mad out of pocket real quick. Regardless of how the fuck I feel. I'm talking about four states of niggas that's so close together. Shit can go left. And you talking about arrogance. You talking about 4 or 5 states of niggas arrogant as fuck. We all arrogant as fuck. And you talk. Okay. Alright, man. Let's move on. So when Tank and his promoters don't want to put that shit here, I get it. With Lamont Roach, I get that shit, nigga. And you talking about a DC nigga and a Baltimore nigga? Oh, okay. You go to Meat Mill shit with what's his name? What's the dude name? From DC. God damn, the fighter. Russell. You know what I mean? Antoine Russell Jr. All of them niggas. Nigga, that was little. You're talking about DC, Baltimore shit. Okay. Alright. Let's move on.
All of that. He said, oh, we just signed the GROW. All of a sudden, she's calling herself the GROW. Now, my thing is this, right? Now, y'all was supposed to be friendly. Y'all was supposed to be cool. So why are you letting this man who you don't know from a hole in the wall come in between y'all and try to divide y'all? I don't understand. At least for me, especially when it comes to women's boxing.
It couldn't be because it was already some...
Oh, these motherfuckers tripping. Alright. Let me get this shit over with, man. Because I got to do some shit, some important shit. This is getting ready to piss me off real bad. It's already pissing me off, but... Matter of fact, I'll squash this shit right now. Because I got to handle some shit real quick. Because this shit getting ready to piss me off real bad. What it already pissed me off? Some bullshit at my job, man. It's getting ready to piss me off. Well, I'm already pissed off, but I do this shit. I do this shit later, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Love y'all, man. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.